Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Sentinels of the Multiverse, and we had started on variants, I believe. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring another variant. Heroic Infinitor. This is him trying to fight back against his madness. And, manifestations are indestructible. Reduce damage dealt to manifestations by 1. If there are no manifestations in play, you win. Whenever a manifestation with 1 or fewer hit points is dealt damage by Infinitor is placed under this card. At the end of the villain turn, Infinitor deals one manifestation, 2 melee damage. Infinitor is a hero target. Increased damage dealt by Infinitor by 1. When Infinitor would be destroyed, he flips instead. When he flips, he gets overcome. When flipped to this side, maximum hit points is 90. The Infinitor is restored to 90 hit points. All cards under his card are destroyed. So the manifestations are no longer, No, manifestations are no longer, indestructible. Deals each non-hero target X energy damage, and each hero target regains X hit points, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way. Whenever a manifestation would enter play, Infinitor gains 4 hit points. When it enters play, it is destroyed. At the end of the villain turn, Infinitor deals each non-villain target 2 energy damage. Any target dealt damage this way deals itself 2 irreducible psychic damage. And also, this becomes a villain target again. So, he is going to start off trying to help us fight against his own delusions. And for heroes, I know you're probably thinking I'm going to bring Captain Cosmic in on this. And I might. I don't think I'll do that, though. I am instead going to pull these guys. Because, oh, there's only 4 of them, isn't there? So I can actually bring Captain Cosmic. We're going to bring Dr. Medico, Idealist, Mainstay, Thryth. We're going to have their basic forms, and we will go ahead and bring Captain Cosmic. Variants, could do Prime Wardens. We're not going to do this one. I'll do the extreme Prime Wardens later. We're not going to do this because that will be after Heroic. What is this? Shut it. I'm going to do this, I think. Except for there's a lot of things that it does make one of his cards a little bit less useful because he can't pull things from the trash anymore. We're going to do this though, I think. Okay, for environment. We're going to do something in space because when they escaped Fort Adamant after Choke Point's attack, because in the canon they did not defeat Choke Point, they escaped her. They took a portal off somewhere, so we could do Thrythlind Capital again, but I think we're going to do the Celestial Tribunal, which is a spaceship that goes around judging civilizations very harshly. Brother, you and your friends, will you be the ones to help me save us? You have always been my closest ally, Nigel. We will save you in all reality. Okay. Recalcitrant Hellion. We don't have to deal with crushing cages in this version. But I will remind you, we can't... oh dear. Insanity. Whispers of Oblivion again. This hurts. Okay. We'll do this. this really, really hurts. Don't want him to go. Okay. I do not do this version of Infinitor very often, so here we go. I'm going to do this. Augmented ally. Wait a minute. You may shuffle it whenever... Oh, okay. Whenever one's destroyed. Okay, there's regeneration, preventative care. At the start of each, you may destroy this card. That hero target regains 3 hit points. Increase damage dealt by that target this turn by 1. No, I'm not certain what it is or how I did it, but I know it will work and that you'll need it. So we're going to do preventative care. Prevent the next damage dealt to Writhe. Positive prognosis. Each hero may play a draw card. Each hero regains 1 hit point. Okay, second opinion. Headlock. Focusing tiara. Swallowed by shadow. And the next time that target regains hit points, increase the amount gained by 2. So we're going to do that on you. Another positive prognosis. Okay. I did not do prescription strength. Oh well. That's what I was thinking I did. Okay. We don't want to mono a mono. Let's see. Now, mainstays thing, and yes, I did leave Facebook running. Oh well. Increase damage dealt by mainstay this turn by 1. Mainstay deals 1 target to melee damage. Okay. The way he does things is he has ongoings and such. When his ongoings can be destroyed, and when things are destroyed, things happen. So we're going to put this into play. Okay. You may destroy one of your ongoing or equipment cards. We don't have any in play, so that's not going to happen. Okay. Well, we do have one in play. Let's see. We want to get things down to where Heroic Infinitor skip. I could destroy and do even more damage, but no. I want to kind of build up towards that. Okay. Now, oh dear. She is something of a... She is something of a machine when she can get started. We're going to do Focusing Tiara first. Whenever you use a power afterwards, you may put a card from your trash under a concept in play. We don't have any cards in our trash, and we don't have any concepts in play. Oh, giant floaty head. Excellent. Making things up. Okay. Let's see. We don't want to use that because it's not. When the Shadow Cloak is destroyed, you may draw a card. We discard a card. If you do, you may draw a card. This is also very useful, but we don't have anything in play right now. Okay, we're going to do this. We can't. This one's not going to be very useful because these don't get destroyed by players. Deck. We have to get Infinitor to destroy things. At least while he's on this side. I'm not sure how we win on this side. If there are no manifestations in play, you win. That's what it is. Okay. Drag a card to the trash. X targets 3 in front. That's from the Celestial Tribunal, so we might be fighting in the right place. We're going to discard this one because it's not terribly useful to us. Fight and Fade is wonderfully useful. Found wanting. Okay, this one. Whispers of Oblivion. This will take care of 2. Okay. I'm going to do this one first. Field Crazed Artivist. Deals each target 1 psychic damage. If it is manifestation, put it into play. There goes the Cosmic Yes. Let's play a card. Nope. Yes. What's this one? Nope. Yes. You know what? Let's go back real quick. Gotta change the order of that in a little bit here. Okay, then the rest of it doesn't matter. This one. Okay, first, this. Confirm. And yes. And play a card. Because this is an ordering thing. It's not a random thing. It's a doing things in the right order, sequencing. So I don't mind going back and doing it correctly. Oh, except for I just did... No, that's the right one. This one is going to be dealt damage. Now, choose for me. I think we actually just won. Well, okay. So usually I don't do 2 games in one video. I would have done this with Wager Master too. I didn't realize how lucky I got there. But, well, we helped him defeat his insanities there. Very good. Got 2 rounds. We didn't get much play out of these. Didn't get to see much of what they can do. So, yeah, we're going to go straight to a new game. We're going to do the same set of heroes. Well, I think we won't do... I think we'll avoid... What do you call it? We'll avoid Captain Cosmic for the next one. We're going to bring Lifeline. There is a variant now. What's the variant? Interesting. Okay, and is there a variant here? Oh, Spirit of the Void. Okay, cool. So, now villains. All we have left is Progeny that we haven't done yet. But I think we're going to continue to do variants. We've already done the Spite variant, so we're going to do the Baron Blade variant now. And let's do an environment we haven't done yet. Okay, there's the Fantastical Festival. There's Magmaria. Oh, dearie. I think we'll do the mobile defense platform. I think I've fought on here before, actually. Because I remember mentioning that if the propellers get destroyed, we lose. So we'll do the Fantastical Festival, which is not a very friendly environment. My bombs are scattered everywhere. You cannot win. Heads up, heroes. Dr. Medico is on call. Okay, so instead of this normal thing, whenever a villain target enters play is placed under this card and the top card of the villain deck is played. Cards under this card have no game text and are indestructible and are not considered in play. At the start of the villain turn, Baron Blade deals each non-villain X fire damage, where X is the number of cards under this card. When Baron Blade would be destroyed, this villain instead flips to Maniacal Death Ray Wielder. So he's going to be doing... yeah, this is going to be a thing. Right now he's doing no damage because he has no cards to power his damage. Okay. We can immunize people against damage, but I think we'll save that. This is a one-shot. Oh, Universal Donor. Whenever Dr. Medico is dealt damage, a hero on target other than Dr. Medico gains 1 hit point. One target gains 2 hit points. And we're going to go ahead and use this on you to get you back up to your max. He does not have a very high max. Okay. We have 2 concepts, and we have Conceptualize. I think we're going to play Focusing Tiara, however, and then we're going to play this. Bored Now. Bored Now is very important for dealing with her inner, her id. Wait a minute. Put a fragment from your hand under a concept. It doesn't let you play a fragment. Important distinction. Okay, so we have Mono a Mono. Mainstay deals that target 2 melee damage. That target deals Mainstay 2 melee damage. When this card is destroyed... okay, what is this? Either draw a card or destroy one of your ongoing cards. If you destroy a card this way, you may play a card. Reduce damage dealt to Mainstay by non-target environment cards by 1. When this card is destroyed, draw 3 cards. We're going to play Sweet Rhonda. And then we're going to punch Baron Blade. And then we're going to punch Baron Blade again. Headlock. Durasteel Vest. Interesting. Okay. We have one. Let's see what we have. That's based on the Shadow Cloak. That's based on the Shadow Cloak. That's based on the Shadow Cloak. The Shadow Cloak can be destroyed. Excuse me. Shadow Cloak can be destroyed to make his cards more effective. Reduce damage dealt by that target. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak. If you do, Writhe deals the target 3. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Pull the Shadow Cloak. Yeah, their basic power is pulling the Shadow Cloak from wherever it might happen to be. Okay, Lifeline. I forget exactly what Lifeline's thing is. He's basically Deadline realizing he did stupid things and is now going to try to protect anybody. These are minions from the end of from the end game stuff. The Aeon Men. They're not really people. They're energy constructs. The first time an ongoing card other than this one enters Lifeline's play area each turn, draw a card. At the end of your turn, Lifeline deals 1 target 1 infernal damage. Do we have anything else as an ongoing? We do not, so we're going to do this. Draw a card. 1 player may draw a card. And I think we're going to have Idealist draw a card. Making things up. Cool. Hero. And you deal a damage. Shooting Gallery. The hero character with the lowest hit point deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. Damn it. Somebody to gain hit points. You. Oh no, Idealist. That's your daughter after all. Oh, bother, I did the order wrong. I can completely... let's see here. Shadow Cloak is in play. Select the target. Increase damage dealt by Writhe to that target by 1 until the start of your turn. No. I'll discard this. He doesn't have much hit points. And onto the Baron Blade, who's dealing 0 damage because he still doesn't have any permanents to Hasten Doom. Target to gain hit points. You. Do I want to discard a card? No. And Living Force Field. Yay, not yay. Deal 1 target 3 energy damage. The Carnival's really annoying. If he deals damage this way, destroy this card. Whenever a hero would regain 3 or more hit points, they may use a power instead. Okay. I can heal somebody 2 hit points. I think I'll do that. And look, it's Zombie Spite. Okay. You. Healing Pulse. Awesome. Okay. Draw a card. Giant floaty head. Okay. Put this card. Okay. I think we need giant floaty head. I get it. You focus your will, you project your power through it, but why is it a giant cat head? We could just play that. What does making things up do again? Draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, play any number of concepts from your hand. You may play a fragment. That's probably what we want to do. Giant flying stabbing knives, monster of id, which immediately goes into play. Yuck. Okay. So yeah, we're in trouble. Any number, the monster of id increases our damage. We're gonna need the board now. Going to discard that. I'm going to discard the extra floaty head. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to put the karate robot, giant floaty head, the flying stabby knives, and the flying stabby knives. Wish I had 2 karate robots instead. We're going to play Conceptualize and bring the other karate robot into play, and then going to put it under here. We don't want to put it under the Now this is an issue. Okay. That's what we need. Okay, good. Move card, confirm. Where do we want to put it under? We want to put it under giant floaty head. Sound beating, cool. Now we're going to move this under Monster of Id. If we ever can't put something under Monster of Id, it damages us. Fortunately, Strained Super Ego will help us deal with that. Okay. Let's see. Reduce damage dealt to mainstay by 1. When this card is destroyed, it regains 2 hit points. Draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. Doing that. And doing that. Okay. We want to destroy. We need to discard things. So I'm going to discard one of the limited ones. And yeah. Okay. Oh, good. The Void Belter. See, while they were in the Fort Adamant Escaping Choke Point, they each found this crystal that it vastly improved their powers. Now, I believe may use a power, may use a power. I kind of wanted may do a... Okay, you may draw a card. Oh, cool. Yes. We're going to make irreducible damage to your irreducible for a little bit. Okay. Now, the shadow is already in play, so... Do we want to destroy this? No. Okay. Oh, yes we do. Play a card. Here we go. So, nowhere to hide. Sequencing, Luke. Sequencing. Okay. Do this one first. Your living force field is not helping you. And then we bring the Shadow Cloak back into play. Unquiet Night. Oh, we did not get rid of this thing. Let's see. Reveal cards from your deck until an equipment card is revealed. Put it into play. Discard the other revealed cards. Okay. Okay. Destroy all cards under this card. Lifeline deals X. Targets 2 infernal damage each, where X is the number of cards. Destroy this way plus 1. Put the top card of your trash under this card, or move all cards under this card into your hand. Destroy up to 3 ongoing cards. Okay. Okay, so we don't have environmental destruction. We're going to destroy that. And nothing else. And we're going to hit you with 2 damage. Getting through this pretty fast. Terminarch's casing. And I'm going to give Idealist some... Yeah, good. Okay. Nordian Slifax. Gone without a trace. That is not a good card. What does it do again? If there are more attractions than character cards with 5 or more hit points, the target with the lowest hit point deals itself 5 infernal damage. If a target is destroyed this way, remove that target and this card from the game. We need to get rid of that. Okay. Completely. Mainstay. It's 1 damage. Okay. You're still doing 0 because you haven't drawn any of your permanents yet. Well, any of your minions yet. You need minions to power your bombs because you don't have minions in this case. You have bombs. So we've been avoiding your bombs like all over the place. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. That actually kind of worked. Okay, we want to do Healing Pulse. Okay. And we want to heal ourselves in this case. Healer, heal thyself. He isn't, the doctor, by the way, isn't just a thing. He literally is a doctor. He went to college to be a doctor, so he is a doctor. That's not a put on. We're going to draw. Board now. Okay. This allows you to use a card power. We want to put this into play. Now, giant floaty head, vivid thought, strange superego, and I think we want to get rid of the one that can remove us from the game, and then we want to move that back under giant floaty head. We kind of want another giant floaty. Oh, Hedgehogs. From under a concept to another. Okay. I'm going to move from making things up to Karate Robot. Karate Robot's really nice. And we won't be able to have giant floaty head again. Could use a power to play a fragment. Ow. That hurt. And then use another. I kind of want. I kind of want another giant floaty head. Do we have another conceptualize? We do not. Okay. I'm going to use you to do. And we're going to move it under giant floaty head. And move that under also giant floaty head. No, Karate Robot. the more the cards that are under there, the more effective her powers are. I think I chose a villain that is not going to give us a chance to show exactly how dangerous this group can be. Okay, we're going to use the Void Belter. We are not going to destroy one of our ongoings just yet. Okay. Shard Strength, cool. Okay. We're going to do Unquiet Night to get rid of Shooting Gallery. We're going to play a card to play Erratic Form. We're going to do this. Yes. He's going to flip to Death Ray Wielder. Umbral Siphon. And drag a card. You may discard a do if you card. If you do, you can draw a card. We're going to discard the extra side. Oh, you can do both of those. Okay. So, do we have another ongoing? We do not. We're going to do this. Then we're going to do this, give somebody a drawing. And we're going to bing Dr. Medico. Triage, cool. Unnatural upheaval. Regain 1 hit point. And let's see what the carnival does to us. The Void Guard, as they call themselves now, are really intricate machines. Yeah, their cards work together very well. The easiest one to get built up is Idealist and Writhe. Actually, Medico gets pretty easy to develop too. You're always tempted to either build, like I'm right now with Mainstay trying to build up a big boom, but you can always just use him to consistently destroy his stuff to get little benefits here and there, because every time you destroy one of his things, he gets a benefit happens. You may discard 1 card. If they do, they reveal the top card of a deck. If the revealed card's a one-shot, put it into play now. Otherwise, put it back on top of that deck. We're going to look at Mainstay. We're going to discard the what's this one? We're going to discard this one, I think. And we're going to reveal Idealist. It's a concept. Okay. Oh, it's a target. It's destroyed. Okay. We're going to go with Idealist. Discard a board now. We know the top of this, the top of Idealist is giant floaty head, so that's not going to help. Let's look at Medico. Second opinion, not going to help. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. I think he starts doing damage based off his discard pile now. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's not terrible. Start of your turn, that's an ongoing. Restore 1 active hero card to 10, or 1 target regains 4 hit points. We don't want to do that right now. We're going to do the second opinion, I think. I could do this. Instead, I think I'm going to do this. So much healing. So much healing. Another second opinion. We haven't even gotten to the best, to to the total amount of healing that he can be doing. Writhe. Discard this, because we're not dealing with much in the way of targets here. Okay, let's look at what's on top of Writhe. It's an ongoing. Ick. Well, not ick, but... Draw a card. Giant floaty head. Exactly what I want to see. Okay, so Vivid Thoughts. Brrr. Bored now. What's the one shot? Oh, bright idea. Okay. Put a concept from your trash into play. We don't have that. Put the top card of your deck under that concept. Okay, we're going to move this under Karate Robot. We don't need the Flying Stabby Knives, which is kind of suddenly Gilgamesh. I think she watches Fate. The Karate Robot is single target. The Flying Stabby Knives, the more targets you have, the more cards underneath you have, the more targets you can target. The Karate Robot, the more concepts under it, the more damage it does. Giant floaty head draws you cards based on the number of cards underneath it, and if you have at least one, it will destroy a thing too. Okay. So we're going to want to use the strained. Kind of should have put... Oh well. What do I want to put this under? We're going to put it under Giant Floaty Head. Board now. Under Giant Floaty Head. And select a card. We're going to move it from under Giant Floating Head under... And we're going to move a concept from here to here, and we're going to use a power. The Giant Floaty Head is going to zap. We can get 3 cards out of that. Ooh, nice cards. And we're going to zap the Backlash Field. And where do we want to put this? We're going to put the Sound Beating under Karate Robot. And Idealist. Discard a card. Discard Board Now. Board Now is a way you can get rid of Monster of Id. I'll bring it up in a little bit. My brother was really amused that intense psychological issues is trumped by being a bored teenager. Okay, let's go look at Lifeline. It's a one-shot. And we get 1 card back out of it. Oh well. Okay. Start of your turn deals himself 2 toxic damage. When this card is destroyed, you may use a power. Okay, so thinking we'll stay the course right now. I'm going to continue going to make a big boom. Draw a card. No. Idealists. Making things up. And Mainstay was an ongoing. Okay. We could put this in. Cannot regain hit points until the start of your turn. But I think we're going to put this. And use this. Actually, no. Play a card. No, we're going to do this because the Shadow Cloak is not in play yet. And there we go. And do we want to discard? This one is multiple targets, which isn't very useful in this fight, so we're going to get rid of that. And Idealist. Discard the extra strain super ego. And we're going to have Writhe. Is not a one-shot, so bleh. That card is kind of like Mistbound or Takedown. It prevents him from drawing cards. Okay. I'm going to pull this out. 1 target, 2 melee damage, and 1 fire damage. It doesn't deal... It does not going to do anything. Well, it's going to do damage, but that's about it. Going to regain 1 hit point. And Idealist... the Vivid Thoughts, because most everything... Vivid Thoughts is actually useful. Making things up puts concepts into play, which isn't useful because we have them all in play, but... Dr. Medico. 1 shot. What 1 shot is it? Doctor's Orders. Somebody to regain hit points. Idealist, I think. Select a hero to regain hit points and use a power. You. Okay, what power do we want to use? Strange superego. And what do we want to do? We want to do better punching. And yeah, let's do a heavy. This is going to be a 12-point damage. Okay. Making things up. Underneath giant floaty head. And giant, no, karate robot. And board now. Karate robot. He might not survive to get to mainstay next time. Maze of Mirrors. Oh dear. What does that do? First damage dealt by a target each turn to the source of that damage. Treat every instance of the word villain on hero cards as if it were the word hero instead. Oh no. Idealist. Spark of Inspiration and Idealist. Let's hope this is... It's not. I was hoping for a better punching. Oh. Okay. Okay. Mainstay. Discard a card? Skip. I'll take the damage. Oh, the mobile defense platform, which doesn't do anything, it just gets destroyed. Powers the death ray. Glad we didn't have these pop up when the bomb was in play, because we would have been taking lots of AoE damage. Okay, do we want to discard a card? Skip, I think, this time. Do we want to... No, we're going to stop dealing damage. Okay. So... I think we're going to do Intensive Care. And... we're going to get rid of that Maze of Mirrors when it comes to... We're going to do... You get a hit point. And you get a hit point. Ah, Flare Up. And everybody gets hit points. Oh, you're already at max. But you weren't at max. That's right. Okay. Me. You. You. Dr. Medico is really very good at keeping people healthy. There is a card in there that prevents somebody from going to 0. It is a really good card. It's a once per game card because once it's used, you put it out in play, and the next time somebody goes down to 0, you can it triggers and returns that person to some hit points and gives healing to everybody. But once that's been triggered, it's out of the game. It doesn't go back in the deck. Okay, draw a card. Another focusing tiara. And I think we're going... So, board now. Return all cards under a concept to your hand. Shuffle that concept into your deck. The Idealist deals 1 target X psychic damage, where X is the number of cards returned to your hand this way +1. Small blue guy yelling about puzzles and riddles. Be right back. The Idealist, Freedom 5, number 794. So basically she gets bored. What it is if this keeps getting higher and higher and you can't control it anymore, you do board now and it gets the monster of it back into your deck and it stops being a problem. But while you're able to control it with Strange Superego in play, it's actually a benefit because it increases all your damage by 1. Let's see. What do we want? I think we want an extra giant floaty head. I think we're going to do giant floaty head. And get rid of that. And move this under board now. The new giant floaty head. Hedgehogs. And I'm going to get Karate Robot. And move from there to here. And use a power. Get 3 cards. I have several times been playing Idealist and had a deck and trash of 0, where every card was either in play or in hand. That actually isn't as good as it sounds, because she does a lot of pulling from her trash. So if her trash and deck get 0, some of her cards are less useful, like the Vivid Thoughts and the Making Things Up. But, okay. And put that under Karate Robot, which I don't think we're going to need, but oh well. You're going to take... Now. Here we go. Let's see what we do. Destroy an ongoing... If you destroyed one of your cards this way, you may play a card. Okay. Destroy any number of your equipment cards. Draw deals 1 target X irreducible, where X is the number of equipment cards in your trash +1. Okay. So, we're going to kick the tires. And destroy an ongoing... If you destroyed one of your cards this way... So we're going to destroy Sweet Rhonda. Now we get to play a card. What do I want to do? We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And let's see what we got. Draw. Damage. gonna Shard Straight is going to get destroyed, which allows us to punch him. So when you get him built up like that, he can really chain in a lot of damage. Anyway, that was Heroic Infinitor, which is the shortest I've ever had Heroic Infinitor. I've had that game go for an hour or longer. And Mad Bomber Baron Blade. So we're really starting to run short of heroes now, of variants, villains, and things we haven't done yet. So I'll see you in the next video.